Hi, I'm Jo Allen. I'm a holistic health teacher and founder of The Humble Warrior, based in St Leonards-on-Sea.
Hello, I'm Heidi Rickson, and I'm a Reiki healer, teacher, and sound healer.
Welcome to Resonant Space. Hello and welcome to Resonant Space with Jo and Heidi, back after our Christmas break. Refreshed, hopefully.
Could say that.
Yeah, or at least in a different space. We've both had a few journeys going on. So today we're talking about fun.
What is fun?
What is it exactly? And this was Heidi's topic, as in we have brainstorms as in what we want to talk about. So I'm going to start with you and why this came up.
I started asking people sometime last year because I am actually curious. What do you think is fun? Like you, as in, I'll ask a specific person. Mm-hmm. And without fail, every single person has stopped in their tracks and just looked at me almost with a blank look at first. And these were all adults. Like, what are you talking about? That kind of look when someone looks at you, they have no idea what you're talking about. And then it takes them sometimes a long time to come up with an answer. It's very interesting because you and I were just talking a moment ago about how we both have been told by our inner and outer selves that we should be having more fun in life in general, but during our practice and during our non-practice. So I can ask you, Jo, what is fun?
Oh no, don't put it on me. What is fun? I can see why it stops people in their tracks, actually, because even when you were saying that, I was thinking, oh my God, what is fun? Oh my God, what do I think is fun? Because, God, life has got a bit serious.
It seems to be way too serious. I think especially in the quote-unquote wellness kind of, not industry.
Yeah.
But we tend to take what we do very seriously.
Yes.
And forget that a huge part of personal change and growth is about enjoying the process.
It really is. And I'm going to come back to what I think fun is, because I'm going to have my brain is going to start working behind the scenes while I'm talking. But it's really interesting that you brought this one up, because everything I've done recently, I've had a couple of, inner child guided meditations. I did some past life hypnotherapy recently. Been trying a few different things because I feel the need to kind of shift a little bit. And the messages coming through from my subconscious, my inner child, maybe higher beings, light beings, whatever it is that I've come into contact with, my spirit guides, for example, has been to have more fun. It really has been. Stop taking everything so seriously. Be more silly, because I used to be, as a child, I was so silly. And yeah, my message has been, go back to that. Like, just stop taking everything so seriously. And and one of my New Year's resolutions, or not quite New Year's resolutions, my intentions for the new year.
There you go.
That's better. I prefer that. Is to have more fun and connect with my friends more, and make space for myself and do things for myself that I consider fun and not work. And maybe that's the separation for me. What's fun is not, obviously it's not work, but because my work is my personal business and my teaching, everything is my work. It can be. So even just me doing a meditation is part of my work, because it's bringing me into a space that I need to be in. So the things that I used to maybe consider fun and not work are now work. So it's harder to separate the fun in a way. So I really have to say, am I doing this for me, or am I doing this for my teaching, or am I doing this for my, my wellness business, or is this pure fun? So pure fun can be, for me, would be swimming in the sea. Not right now because it's freezing, but that for me is joy. It's looking at the horizon, looking at the sun dancing off the waves. It's floating. It's just pure happiness. I'm not doing it for any reason. I'm not doing it to get fit. I'm not, I'm just enjoying it. So that is definitely one thing that's fun. How about you? Back to you.
I have a difficult time with it because what things that I would consider fun, people would think you're out of your mind.
Well, that's fine.
Like,
It's your fun.
I think doing like deep research dives is fun.
Yeah.
But
are you doing it for you? Sorry.
For me or for like quote work.
Yeah.
Well, I'm at a point where it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
The way that I've kind of integrated my practices, it's what I do all day, every day anyway. So it's all tied in together. But it's interesting what you said about when you were younger, you're really silly. Well, if I completely let go and be my 100% authentic self, I am ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not agreeing with you there. That wasn't me going, yes, you are. That was just, I'm just laughing.
But I did notice that when I moved to England, I figured I really have to tone it down.
Okay.
A bit.
Why?
Because English.
Are you saying we're not fun? Is this what's happening here?
It's just different.
Oh, no.
It's just different.
Okay.
So this year, I decided I don't care that everyone around me is English. That's it.
And not fun and not silly.
No, I'm not saying
joking.
they're not fun. I'm just saying that my kind of inner self, is like bouncing around all the time, talking to animals and talking to rocks and the sky.
No, I know what you mean. There's a certain properness of English people, isn't there? If they've got their face, their sort of public face on. I know what you mean.
The non-expression.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
This is great. Well, I'm very expressive, so this is the thing. People can't. I can't hide my face from people, so it can.
Well, I'm not saying they're all like that.
No, yeah. As a rule.
But generally speaking, so it.
No, but it's a learned thing. Because we're all silly as children, aren't we? We play. If I said to my 7-year-old nephew, what is fun? He would reel off 20 things. He'd be like, oh, my Lego, my this, my that, la 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 la. Like playing this, playing that. We grow out of it really sadly, don't we?
I think we forget how important it is.
Yeah.
And I think as adults, a lot of times we kind of have fun by accident.
Yeah.
Like we end up doing something spontaneous or whatever.
Yeah.
And looking back on it, say, wow, that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Like what came into my head then, weirdly, was like trampolining. Really strangely. Because it's almost like you go, why would I do that? And then you get on there and there's this like the sort of feeling in your tummy of, whoa, what? And then you go, this is fun. And it's something that you get as a child all the time, that feeling in your tummy of like, oh my God, I love this. This is amazing. And you don't get it that often, but there are some things that really kind of bring it on and kind of in a burst. And you go, what? And I reckon that's why people are really kind of into roller coasters and things like that. There's kind of high adrenaline. Because that brings it on really quickly. That feeling of, wow, I'm just, it's amazing just to be doing something where I'm a bit out of control, but I'm enjoying it.
Isn't that more like, oh my God, I'm going to die?
Well,
kind of thing.
Not trampolining.
Roller coasters.
Extreme trampolining. Roller coaster. I don't know, because your rational brain knows you're not going to die. I mean, maybe there's a percentage where you're like, oh, there's a certain amount of accidents, but that's the same as getting on a plane, isn't it? You're making a calculated risk. You don't do something thinking you're going to die. Usually. Maybe things like base jumping, but then that's because they've taken it to the next level, right? They need that adrenaline and it kind of creeps up and they have to get more and more dangerous because the adrenaline. But I think that's a different level of happiness. And again, that's specific to some people. But yeah, I think it's finding your happiness, isn't it? I know that I'm happy when I'm with friends and family. That's not work. That's not a chore. So it's kind of maybe sort of check, when you're feeling that happiness, like, what is this? How can I do more of it?
Well, fun doesn't necessarily always mean just play either. Fun could be like, if I'm working with someone and I'm teaching them some energy work, and suddenly they have this huge breakthrough, and you can see it on their face that, wow, this is incredible. For me, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually fun and enjoyable.
Yeah. Sense of a... Yeah, I was going to say sense of achievement, but that takes it out of being fun then, doesn't it?
Look, it can be both.
It could be both, maybe. But yeah, no, I think fun is a really interesting word, actually, when you're breaking it down between fun, happiness, joy. You know, there's obviously different words that all kind of roughly mean the same thing, but fun itself is kind of doing something for the sake of it.
I think a lot of times it involves movement. That just popped in my head.
Or creativity, like maybe just painting, but without a purpose. So if you're painting a commission piece, and you know that again, that becomes work. But if you're just painting for no reason, no one's going to see it, just for you, just for fun.
You can paint outside the lines if you want.
Yeah, and then rip it up after.
That's right.
I think, what did we do? We did this. This was definitely fun. I did a silent disco painting session. So that, you know, we were all bopping about. We were doing our canvases, and then she just went, right, swap canvases, and we had to swap and like go over someone else's. And honestly, the shock on everyone's face was like, what do you mean? Someone's going to take away my art? But it was about kind of letting it go.
Right.
And it was about, that's not yours. It's a creation. Move on. And like the other person came and didn't destroy it. They just added to it and made it better. And it was, for me, that was just this amazing lesson of, we all did it. We all went, what? And I remember there was an artist there, and she was absolutely mortified because she'd done this stunning book canvas. And I just went over and went, I'm going to add this a bit. And so I could see her face just going, oh my God. But it was so liberating. And yeah, and it was just for fun. And they all got painted white over at the end. And we like, I think all of us went, oh, you painted over my... But that was the point. It was just for fun, and it was just that moment.
Now, did you go into this thinking, I'm going to have fun? Or did you go into this thinking, I'm just going to see what this is?
Bit of both. Yeah. I knew it would be fun. Because for me, anything that adds music in, for me, is probably fun.
As long as it's the kind of music that you like.
Yes.
Because listening to music you don't like is...
No, I know this lady. So I've done her silent discos before, so I know that she's got really great taste in music. So yeah, no, that was good, but that was fun. And actually, I think the reason we did that is because we were looking after my partner's kids that weekend, and we thought that looks fun. And then by proxy, we had fun. Would we have done it if we didn't have the kids? Possibly not. Because we don't schedule fun just for ourselves, but if the kids are involved, you go, right, what can I do that's fun?
Oh yeah.
Which is really interesting. I mean, I have been to her silent disco, just us, but that particular one, we thought, oh, that'd be fun for the kids, because kids have to have fun. That's the sort of the point. So maybe adults also have to have fun, because actually the message coming through for me is that's also the point. We're here essentially in this beautiful playground, and we take it too seriously.
We do.
We really do. And it's the messages I keep getting. It's like, you're only here for a short time. Why are you making this so hard?
I feel like I should go and grab the antlers, you know, from the Christmas thing and just put them on.
Yeah, just start being really silly. Freak people out. Oh, I do that anyway. I've always got people looking at me going, okay, interesting. But yeah, I think it's really important to remember that we are only here for a short time, and I think it's certain things remind us of that, and we bring our bit of the fun back, and then we lose it again because we get back into routine and back into paying bills, and that is always going to be there. We can't move away from the serious bits of life. But for me, my intention is to create those pockets where I can just have fun.
Fun pockets.
Fun pockets. Pockets of time. Just for the fun. It's really hard.
How do you plan fun, though?
You just got... I think you can. I think you schedule. Another thing I did recently was we did some manifesting of our sort of dream schedule for the week. You know, how much do I want to work? How much do I want fun? How much do I want to spend with friends, family, etc., etc.? And I think you have to schedule it. Otherwise, it just doesn't happen. The day runs and goes away with you, and it's so easy just to get caught up in the responsibilities because they're always going to be there. So it's hard to take that time and push the responsibility back a bit. It's just not our comfort zone.
For me, I've got to work it into every day. So instead of scheduling fun, I make sure that regardless of what I'm doing, that even if it's just for a few minutes, to say like, watch the birds on the bird feeder and then have little pretend conversations that they're having in my head and just enjoying watching them.
Exactly, and that's fun.
It is fun.
And it's just for you. There's no reason for it.
For the birds as well. I'm sure they appreciate being appreciated.
Exactly. Well, there's going to be ripple effects from having fun. Like yesterday I did a dance class because, again, this is the things I'm doing. I'm like, right, I'm going to do a dance class. Right, I'm doing it. Because I feel like if I haven't got something scheduled, it is quite difficult to go, right, I'm just going to have fun now. Yeah. What shall I do? So for me, I'm scheduling it. And maybe I'll get better at just maybe I'll get better at just going, right, now I'm going to have fun. But I'm not there yet. So yesterday I did a dance class. Absolutely loved it. Beautiful people, beautiful energy. And, you know, the fact that I was there meant that there was one more person. So there's always going to be people benefiting from you having fun as well. Like you say, the birds benefit because you're giving them attention and energy. That class benefited from having extra people. You know, and that's amazing as well.
I think everyone should try to weave more fun into their lives. The only thing is nobody can define fun for another person, I don't think.
No, absolutely not. It's so subjective. So that's what I mean about if you're having fun, check in and go, oh, I'm having fun. What is this? What do I want to do? It might be going for a drink with your friends. I love that. Why don't I do it more? And then it's that beating yourself up of, why don't I do this more? But then you don't. You go straight back.
So have more fun without the guilt.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, that's a big part as well, isn't it? We're so tuned into feeling guilty about everything that we do. It's like that time should have been spent with, should have spent that time with the kids, should have spent that time doing my tax return. That's on my mind at the moment as well. Yes,
I've been working. I'm slaying the guilt monster.
Yeah, exactly.
Just off.
And also, because I think even yesterday, because the dance class was smack bang in the middle of the morning, so it wasn't kind of, so I had to stop everything I was doing, all the emails, all these things coming in, people messaging, and I just went, no, I'm doing my dance class.
Excellent.
But I could feel this pressure behind me going, but there's all this stuff to do. And I physically shook it off and just went, get off. Everything can wait. There is nothing that can't wait. I mean, some things like tax returns. I don't know why I keep mentioning that because it's going to give me the fear.
There's only one thing, and one thing only that can't wait.
What?
Breathing.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Anything else?
What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah. Anything else can wait.
Can wait. Exactly. But how hard is it to do that? How hard is it to tell yourself that? It's a conditioning. So we need to throw off the conditioning. And I think moving the body is such an amazing way to do that because you're physically shaking off and moving, what is stuck there and blockages and patterns. So if that's one thing that you can do, just move in any way possible, dance in the kitchen. I think so many people just put on a song and just crazy dance and just see what happens afterwards.
Sometimes even if you're driving and you just get into a song.
Yeah, exactly. Sing at the top of your voice because no one's listening. It's that sort of thing. It's just fun for the sake of it. And if you don't find that fun, there'll be something else that's fun, but just for the sake of it. There's so many examples.
But don't feel don't judge your own fun. This shouldn't be fun because anyone else wouldn't have. No.
Exactly.
No. It's you. It's your experience.
If you want to put on some Christmas antlers and talk to the birds, just literally do that.
Excellent. I'm going to do that today.
Feeble Heidi.
Thank you for joining the journey here on Resonant Space.
I've been Jo.
And Heidi.
And if you want to contact us, you can get in touch at our email address, info@the-humblewarrior.co.uk. So just if you have any questions about any episodes, if you have any topics you'd like us to explore, or if you are a practitioner yourself and would like to come on the podcast and discuss a subject, that would be amazing. So yes, feel free to get in touch. Thank you.